If you're trying to figure out the best way to structure your Facebook ad campaigns, then this is a video you don't want to miss. Here's why. I'm going to break down the campaign structure to use in order to get great results and consistently and easily test audiences, creatives, and copy. Then I'm going to show you how to adjust that campaign structure in order to scale when you're ready. This is the campaign structure that I use to get a 200% return on ad spend or better for online courses and coaching programs, and to scale those to $5,000 a day in ad spend and beyond. This just works. Now, the very first thing you need to do in order to get the perfect Facebook ad account structure is tap the like button below this video. Okay, no, obviously I'm joking, but it really does help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. And that's all I ask is if you enjoy the video, tap the like button. And if you're not already subscribed, but you're a coach, an online course creator, and you want to grow your business using Facebook and Instagram ads, or learn the latest strategies to grow that business, and you don't mind Aussie accents, then you might want to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell to get notified when I release a new video as well. All right, now let's dive into the campaign structure, starting with our conversions campaign. This is what we'd be using if we were sending traffic to, let's say, a free opt-in, like a cheat sheet, a checklist, a webinar is a really, really common one. Anything where we're tracking conversions on the website. So we're going to set up our new campaign with the conversions objective, and I'm going to use ad set budget optimization here. I don't use CBO or campaign budget optimization at this point. Inside that campaign, we'll have an ad set for each audience we want to target. Generally, that means there's 4 to 8 ad sets inside our campaign. And each audience is different. So for example, we might have a lookalike audience based on past customers. We might have a couple of different interest-based audience, maybe one that's targeting influencers in the space and another one that's targeting software tools that our audience uses. And then we'll have a broad interest group as well. So what I mean by that is if I am in the marketing space, I might target people who are interested in digital marketing or advertising. So then what I'll do is I'll split my overall budget between those 4 different ad sets. Let's say I've got a $200 a day budget to spend on these particular conversion ads, then each ad set is simply going to get a $50 per day budget. So at this point, if you looked inside the ad manager, you would see something like this. We've got our campaign, we've got our 4 different ad sets or however many you've got based on how many audiences you're testing, and each one has its own daily budget. Next up, you want to start creating your ads. And what we do at this point is put 3 to 4 ads inside each ad set at most. If you start putting more than 3 to 4 ads in each ad set, what happens is the rest of the poor little guys and girls don't get any ad spend allocated to them. So Facebook will choose a few ads and it will allocate all of the budget to those ads, and the rest kind of just get left behind. And that's not a good thing, because it means if you're trying to test those ads, if you want to test those creatives and those different pieces of copy, they're not getting any budget allocated to them, it means it's not going to be an effective test and you're going to have to run it again anyway. So simply stick to a maximum of 3 to 4 ads per ad set to avoid this. Let's say you do want to test more ads. Well, all you do is duplicate one of your ad sets, test the new ads in the new ad set. So you've got one ad set with, let's say, ads 1 to 4, and then another ad set, a duplicate of that one, with ads 5 to 8. Really, really simple. So that's our structure for our conversions campaign. Next thing I'll do is I'll create a second conversion campaign. Now, the reason I run 2 different conversion campaigns is I'll put cold audiences in one and I'll put warm audiences in another. So you just saw the cold traffic campaign. The warm traffic campaign has a similar structure, but usually we just have one ad set, and in that ad set, we target all of our warm audiences. So our website visitors, our email list, people who've engaged with us on Instagram, Facebook, and people who've watched our videos recently. The reason I split them up into warm and cold is simply because it makes it easy for me to track that in the dashboard and measure performance of each one at a glance. So those are our 2 conversion campaigns. Now, we do create more of these and we start to use CBO when we get into scaling, and that's coming up soon, so make sure you stick around to see how I change this structure when it's time to scale. The next campaign we're talking about is our retargeting campaign. Now, we actually use the reach objective for this retargeting campaign because we're targeting people who are a fair way down towards the bottom of our funnel. So these are very small audiences and very specific. And inside this campaign, we'll have one ad set for each retargeting group. Let's use a webinar, for example. When we're running a webinar, we might want to retarget people with ads to say that the replay is available. We'll want to retarget them to tell them when the cart is open or to promote our offer. We want to target them with testimonials, so that's another group, and maybe even some cart close ads or some ads telling people when our offer is about to expire. Each of those is its own group, meaning we'll have an ad set for each of those different things. Now inside each ad set, and let's use the testimonial ad set as an example, we'll put our ads, but this time we'll put up to 10 ads inside each ad set. Because this is a reach campaign, what we tend to notice is we don't have that same problem of budget getting allocated to only a few ads. Facebook tends to do a better job of allocating budget across all of the ads inside these reach campaigns and these ad sets, so we don't really worry about it. So that's our retargeting campaign. The other campaigns that we might have in our overall account structure are a video views campaign. If we're running top of funnel video view ads where we're getting people to watch and consume specific videos in order to warm them up and bring them into our world, then we'll have a video views campaign. And the structure of that campaign is the same as our conversion campaign. We'll have a video views campaign, we'll have an ad set for each audience we want to target, and then inside each ad set, we'll have 3 to 4 different ads at most in order to get optimum delivery across those ads. The same thing applies if we're running traffic to blog posts or articles. We'll use a traffic campaign in that case and use the same structure as our video views campaigns or as our conversion campaign. That said, we don't always use those video views and traffic campaigns in different ad accounts. Sometimes it's our conversion campaign, our retargeting, and then we'll move into our scaling campaign, which we're about to talk about now. Once we've got audiences that are working well and ads, meaning our creative and copy that are working really well for us as well, and we're ready to scale, this is how we do it. First thing I'll do is go in and create a new campaign, and I'll set it to CBO, meaning campaign budget optimization. Inside that campaign, we'll put our best audiences, meaning ad sets, and our best ads. So let's say we find that we've got 2 different lookalikes that work really well and 2 different interest groups that work really well. We'll put an ad set in for each of those. So we'll have 4 ad sets in that case inside our CBO campaign. And then inside each ad set, we'll have our best performing ads. Again, stick to 3 to 4 ads inside each of these ad sets as we do with our ad set budget optimized campaigns, because we still have the same delivery problems even with a CBO. Now with a CBO, when it comes to ad sets, up to 4 tends to be the sweet spot. Sometimes we'll have a few more. But the reason I like to keep it to 3 or 4 ad sets inside a CBO is because we want to maximize the amount of conversions that each ad set gets per day. If we have too many ad sets inside our CBO and our budget isn't really big, then we're not going to get enough conversions on each ad set per day for the algorithm to optimize properly. So that's why we keep it to sort of 3 or 4 different ad sets inside our CBO. Now, we set the budget of our CBO to whatever we want to spend in total across all of those ad sets per day. And this is how we scale up fast. So we've got our CBO now running only our best audiences and our best ads, and we're scaling that each and every day if it continues to perform well. The amount that I like to scale is about 20% of my budget each day. So to reiterate how this structure works now that we're scaling, what we're doing is in our ad set budget optimized campaigns, we're testing things. That's where we're testing audiences, creative, and copy. Once we have new audiences and ads that work, then we're promoting them up to our CBO campaign, which is where we scale. So only the proven winners go into our CBO, which is our scaling campaign. Now let's just recap this and take a look at how it might look inside the ad manager for an account. So we'll have our 2 conversion campaigns, one for cold traffic and one for warm. And inside of those, we'll have an ad set for each audience we're targeting. And within each ad set, we'll have 3 to 4 different ads at most. We'll also have our retargeting campaign, which is a reach campaign. And we're targeting 1 ad set for each specific retargeting group that we have. And in there, we've got up to 10 ads per ad set. Now, then we might have our video views and our website traffic campaigns if we're driving top of funnel traffic to videos and to articles and blog posts. And then when we're ready to scale, we've got that CBO campaign, which has all of our winners in there in terms of audiences and ads, and we're scaling that one. And we continue to test inside our ad set budget optimized campaigns. Now, in case it helps, I put together a cheat sheet that has all of this in there in detail that you can quickly reference instead of coming back to this video to kind of get a picture of how that's all laid out. If you want to grab that, I'll put a link in the description so you can download that as well. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to tap that like button, and if you want to hear more from me, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell, and you'll get a notification whenever I release a new video. Now, if you want to see how my testing process works in detail, click here to check out a video on that where I dive deep into exactly how I test and optimize campaigns. And if you want to see the different styles of images that I recommend using for any campaign, check out this video here and you can see that in detail as well. Thanks for watching, appreciate your time, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.